Hi, everybody. We're back. I'd like to welcome Lisa Stevens, who's joined me today to talk more about marketing. I'm really pleased to have Lisa here. Lisa, amongst other things, was Senior Vice President of Marketing for Sony Music out of New York. And she's currently living in Victoria, like the rest of us, doing marketing here as a consultant. And so I've had the opportunity to meet with Lisa a few times on different projects, and I'm super pleased you can make it today.
Glad to be here.
And so today we're going to talk about marketing, and within the context of you're all working on your marketing components of your business plans. And Lisa's going to share some sort of ideas and strategy. And so I'll turn over, and maybe Lisa, you could why don't we talk about maybe the three things that you think are key to marketing.
Okay, sure. I think one of the key things to think about when you're talking marketing is to really understand what marketing is, or maybe just as importantly, what it is not. And I think there's quite a lot of confusion out there about what marketing really is. One of my favorite questions when I'm interviewing someone is, what is marketing? What is your definition of marketing? What marketing is not is advertising. That's simply a channel, a tactical channel to reach an audience, but it's not marketing. Marketing is really everything that you do to create a relationship with your customer, to attract customers, retain customers, and make them loyal to you. So when I'm talking marketing mix, I'm looking at customer service, customer support strategies, as much as I'm looking at what is a logo or a key message. Because in the end, if you don't have a very rich experience, if that customer doesn't come away trusting you and feeling very good about whatever that interaction has been with you, then you have failed in your marketing.
So when you say customer service and customer engagement, when does that start? Like most of the folks in the program are in their business, they're working on business plans, and so when do they start?
Start right away. You have to understand who your customer is in order for you to develop a product or a service that really is going to resonate for them. And part of understanding who your customer is understanding what need it is that you're filling for them, and who your competitors are, and most importantly, how your product or service is different from the other products or services in your space, and how that translates to value for your customers. So you really need to understand your customer. Even if you only have a few of them, you need to know those customers very well from the beginning, and even really before you launch. So get out there and talk to people who you think are your potential customers, and really use them as a sounding board, test against them, get feedback before you even start.
Cool. And so we were talking just a little bit before we kind of turned the camera on, and you were talking about the three different things that you evaluate when you're looking at marketing, and maybe we could talk a little bit about those elements.
Sure. Well, when I'm looking at building a marketing strategy, I try to break it down into three buckets: acquisition, conversion, and activation. And those are three very specific, linked but still separate strategies that you should be looking at when you're building a marketing strategy. So acquisition is about bringing potential customers to your website or your brick and mortar store, whatever it is. How are you bringing those people to you in the first place? Conversion is how are you converting them to customers? And an acquisition strategy might be, for example, search engine optimization or signage. Conversion is once you get their attention, how are you converting them to be a customer? How are you making that sale or whatever that transaction-based target is that you have. And then the third is activation. So we talk about customer retention, but really we need to talk about customer activation. So I've brought you to my website, you're interested, you're looking around, you make a purchase. Now how am I activating you after that purchase? Different types of activation are getting you to sign up for an email newsletter, follow on social media, come back and buy again, whether that's the same product if it's a consumable product, or to upsell you to other products, or just as important as anything else is how are you activating your community on my behalf. So right. Are you telling your friends? Are you telling your family? Are you telling your coworkers? Once you get working on acquisition, conversion, and activation in a way that feeds those three streams together, then you can really start to get traction.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking about activation. It's kind of, we've always used the word retention, but I like activation better because it's kind of what it does is it emphasizes in my mind that idea of lifetime value
Yep,
as well,
absolutely.
right? Which triggers that whole idea that it's easier to sell to customers you already have than go and find new customers. And so it buys into that. How do we keep them happy and engaged? And, kind of, well, I appreciate you coming on today.
No problem.
And
My pleasure.
we'll see you all next week.
Bye.